Alright, so let's talk about the ordering process. If you're watching this video through the Grazecart Essentials training course, by now you should know how to customize your website so that it presents the way that you want. And now it's time to put all that work to the test and see how it translates to the end user. So I'm on my homepage and I've logged out of any accounts that I have. And you'll see once we do that, we have this option to sign in for a returning user. But of course, if we haven't taken that step yet, we'll have to still create an account. And Grazecart has a very focused registration process. This step, or this aspect of your website is very vital. You don't want to have any extra barriers or cause any extra workload or confusion for your potential customer at this point. We want it to be very easy. So we keep all the fields or information that we ask for to a bare minimum. So we're only asking for the absolutely necessary and vital information. So it's a two-step process. On the first step, we're just asking for a zip code. Oops, I put in one too many digits there. I'll just put in my zip code here to see if we service, their area. So we hit check availability, and right away it's going to tell us if that zip code is serviceable or not. And basically what Grazecart is doing is it's taking that zip code that we enter and it's searching for any delivery or fulfillment methods in our Grazecart system that would be serviceable or in a close enough radius to that zip code. So what it did for me, I entered in my zip code here, 46783, and it's going to pull in any pickup locations that are within a 200-mile radius to that zip code. So those will be options for me to place an order for those pickup locations. It's handy. It gives you a proximity, so basically how far away these locations are to my zip code. So that's helpful for the end user. If you're doing home delivery and you have a delivery zone set up in your system and that the zip code that's entered is serviceable by that delivery zone, then home delivery will present as an option in here as well. So next thing, we just ask for an email address. I'll put that in here. And of course, password, first name and last name. As soon as I click create account, what that's going to do is it automatically would sign me in, and it would trigger the order confirmation email to send to my address. And you can hear that sound there. It just delivered. And again, there's a separate video for editing email templates. So if you want to change the default message that presents on that email, you can do so. But now let's go ahead and just place an order. So I'm going to head to the store here. And you'll see that we created a ground pork product earlier, and this product does have an inventory that is sold out now. So as soon as our inventory field hits 0, you'll see how this presents to the customer on the front end, and it won't let me add it to my cart. We also set this item up as a sale item. So what that does is as soon as we toggle this item as being on sale, it crosses out the original retail price and replaces it here with a red sale price, and it adds a sale tag as well. Let's go ahead and just add a few of these items that are available. The pork chop here is an item that's set up to be sold by the weight, and you can see when we do that, it presents here with a that it's $9.95 a pound instead of a set price per package, and it gives us the average weight that we entered in for the package or for our pork chops as well. So I have a few items in my cart. Up here, you'll see that we have some information that is pulling from our schedule that's assigned to this pickup location. And we can always change the delivery method or pickup location at any point here while we're logged in just by entering a new zip code. If I hit submit, I can go ahead and say change this to the Wabash pickup. And it's going to tell me when the next pickup date is for that and how many days I have left to order before the deadline hits. And again, this is all determined by the schedule that we set up that is assigned to this Wabash pickup location. Once I go to the checkout field, you'll see that again, this gets very focused. So we have a focused checkout process. We automatically remove the main menu options up here because we don't want to divert their attention. We really would like them to complete this process. So a couple required fields would be the some contact information here. I'll just go ahead and enter this in from what's saved on my web browser, and I can see by default it'll save this information for the future. That way, if I come to place my next order, I do not have to input this information every single time. So the third part of the checkout, so again, if I save that information earlier in step 2, it'll just take me to step 3 here the next time I go to place an order. From here, we can again still change our pickup location. It gives us the address for the pickup location that we're assigned to, the date, my contact information. This is all very usual just to confirm our information is correct. It looks like the only payment option I have set up for this Wabash pickup method is to pay at pickup. Now, if we had the option to pay by credit card, there would be a separate step here to add my credit card information as well. Moving down to the bottom, we can apply a gift code or a coupon, and this last field gives your customer an option to present any special instructions they might have. You'll find that people will enter in delivery instructions here, maybe fulfillment instructions as well. And most of these fields here at checkout are editable. So we could change, like you see over here, we have this little, it's almost a disclaimer for our weighable items. We're letting people know that this order total at checkout is just an estimate only, and it could change once we fulfill their order and gather the final weights on any variable weight cuts that they may have purchased. But if you don't have, cuts that have a variable weight and you're not selling items by the pound, then you can remove this message here. You can edit it to say something else. The same with most of these fields, and you can do that by going to your settings on the admin side and going to your display messages. I think I have it pulled up here on another tab. If you go to your settings, click display messages here. You'll see you have different steps of the checkout process, and you can absolutely customize this all the way through, and even some of the names for the fees and rates. This is all, it gives you a lot of control over the checkout process. And that is pretty much it. As soon as I click place order here, it's going to trigger a confirmation email to send to my address. And again, that's another email template that you can change from the default. That's the email there that just delivered. And it'll send us to this confirmation page here that, again, just confirms all of the order details and gives your customer an option to view these details or print the page if they'd like. But I hope you like the process. In the next video, we'll go over the order process or the order manager from the back end and what kind of options you have to change or edit orders as well.